Heyo, if you're new here, hi, my name is Marta, I'm 23 years old and I live in Spain. I'm from Spain, I live in Spain because life is pain. And today we're going to react to some TikToks I found about people just living in Spain. They're from other places and they've lived here or they've come here, and there's some cultural shocks. So let's watch a few of them. Some things that alter my brain chemistry during my exchange year in Spain. The food is so good and cheap. I think they're specifically talking about tapas. You probably heard that word before, and it's true that it's really cheap, but it's usually also small portions of food. But like the picture, I don't think it's accurate, but I think it depends, because in some places it is. Like for instance, I think it's Granada, it's a city in the south. I think they put like really big portions of food, and it's again like it's supposed to be a tapa, which is like a small thing, and it's really cheap. So guess it's true. The university was a skyscraper. This is Madrid, so obviously here where I live, this is not like this. The university is a regular building, so you have to keep in mind that Madrid, Barcelona, they're really big cities. So obviously if you go to other places, this is not going to be like this. So the views, yeah, I've never been here, honestly. Like I've been to Madrid, but I said this in a few videos ago I think, but I've never been here, so I haven't seen this. Annoying guys usually wearing these horrible shoes. This is interesting because it's completely accurate, and I can tell you that in Spain you can tell if a guy is right-winded by his outfit. And this is very general, and obviously it's not like a rule, but usually these shoes, and then you know those coats that are like vests, those two, and if they're wearing this, I think will be a shock for many people. If they're wearing a bracelet that's the flag of Spain, they're usually fascist. Now this is like very wide and just very general, but if a guy is wearing this, or even a girl, they're usually posh. I think that it goes more like that, but obviously if they're posh, they're most likely to be right-winded. So a lot of rubbish. I don't know how this is in other places, but sometimes I feel like there's many times where there are like strikes from the company that cleans the streets. This may be it. This maybe just be a regular day, because yeah, sometimes this happens. Spanish love neons. They are everywhere. Not really true. I think this is again from Madrid, because it's like a more cosmopolitan city, it's bigger, it's like more modern in a way, so I think that's what this is. Here I cannot tell you more than 2 places that have neons, and I don't know, I don't think it's like a thing from here. Beautiful sunsets. I mean, sunsets are everywhere, but okay. The tortilla was good, yeah. If you remember the video where I rank Spanish food, tortilla is like the best thing ever. Everything was so cheap. I think this is also like a shock for us when we go to other places, that things are really expensive. But I also think that you have to take into consideration the fact that it also relates to the salary, like the minimum wage. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe here is lower, and that's why things are cheaper, because in other countries, yes, things are more expensive, but they also gain more money. This will have to be proven. Like in this place, this is the minimum wage, this is the usual cost of things, and see that in many places. Beautiful Christmas ornaments. We're going to do a video in Christmas. I said it a couple of videos ago about Vigo. The only nice Spanish guy that I met asked me to go out and took me to watch The Murder of Bull. I never text back. Yes, this, I also talked about this, the fact that many of us are against this, but this still happens. And the fact that he said the only nice Spanish guy, maybe he wasn't that nice, but okay. I've never been to one of these. Many people have never been to one of these. Many of us are against it. You have a video on it. I'll leave it in the, I don't know which side it is, but here. These burritos were so good. I know burritos is not Spanish. I don't know this place, so I don't know what to say. The food was just amazing. Again, I think, yes, food in Spain. I think in general, the Mediterranean gastronomy, like Greece, Italy, France, I think it's really nice. For me, if you ask me what's the best gastronomy ever, like any country, I would say probably India, maybe Mexico even. Asian countries in general, like Korea, Japan. But I do think the Mediterranean gastronomy is like it's like for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, it's simple, but it's really good. Nice architecture. I think, again, this is kind of everywhere, but I don't know. The food, yeah. You know, I was robbed here. Yeah, Feria is crazy. You have a little short with the Feria, with the Spanish Feria. If you want to check that out, it's in my channel. And you have to be really careful because there are so many people, and so some of them are like, let's calm down. The food, we get it. The building was beautiful during Christmas season. Yeah, again, I think Christmas, I've never been anywhere else during Christmas, so I don't know what's the usual decorations, but this is kind of like everywhere too. I don't know. I was rough here as well. Yeah, you have to be careful in Spain. Okay, that was one. Let's watch another one. Things that doesn't make sense, like the other TikTok were just in general things that shock that person. This is like things that doesn't make sense according to this guy.
Washer, no dryer. There's no dryers here.
If you want to dry things, you hang dry. Hang dry.
It's true that we usually don't have them just because the weather is really nice, especially in the south. It's like it doesn't make sense in other countries if you live in a country where it rains a lot or if it gets really cold. But here, like where I live specifically, it's always so hot, and like right now I have the sun here. Like, we don't need dryers. We still do have them in many houses, but in general we don't need them.
Numero dos, charging outlets. Your typical charger would not make it here. You can't plug it in.
This is kind of, I don't want to call him stupid, but this is kind of stupid because this happens in every country. Like, not every, but if I go to America, I will need a different charger. It's not only that, I think if British people were to go to America, they will need that too. You know what I mean? Like, there is in many countries the charging is different, the charging outlets. So it's not specifically Spain.
The doorknobs. I have no clue why they're in the middle of the door.
Isn't this everywhere too? Like, I'm just thinking, where is this guy from? Because I'm pretty sure that's like an everywhere thing.
These things, I have no clue why they're there. Like, why not just get a bike, you know?
I think it's just for old people that can't bike. So, like, it makes sense because it's meant for old people.
What's this? A grocery store and a mall. Grocery store? Combined mall.
This is not everywhere. But I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, you go and you can go to the supermarket and you can also go buy like clothes. I thought this was everywhere. I'm shocked now. I am the one who's shocked with this.
Número 7. The shopping carts. This is what happens when you're over 6 foot and try and use one.
Yeah, and the shopping carts are terrible.
They don't work. Número
right.
8. The milk. They have all this milk, but it's not cold. They don't put their milk in fridges.
I've never thought of that. Like, you're not going to drink milk right away. Like, I guess it would make sense to have some in refrigerator just in case you want to go home and immediately use it. I've never thought of that. I've thought about some, like, we do have juices and sodas in refrigerators, but most of them are out. And sometimes, like, one time I went to buy a Pepsi, like specifically a Pepsi, and they have Coca-Cola in refrigerators but not Pepsi, so I thought they should, but I've never thought about milk. That was strange. Okay, I think I have 2 more. Maybe we just...
Hey, do you want to go get dinner tomorrow?
Sí, me encantaría.
And after we can go out to party.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be so much fun. Okay, what time should I meet you?
I don't know, maybe like 10? 10. Or I mean, if you want to meet up later, that's fine too. I don't know, is that a little early for you? Early? I was thinking like 6? 6? You want to meet for lunch? No, I thought we were meeting for dinner. 6 for dinner? Girl, 6 is merienda. Okay, but dinner at 10? What time are you planning on going out to party then? Like the normal time that everyone else goes out to party here? What do you mean? I don't know, maybe if we go to dinner at 10, go out to party at like 12:30 a.m. Yeah, 12:30 a.m. That's like super normal. What do you mean? What time do you go home if you leave to party at 12:30 in the middle of the night? Probably like when the metro opens again. And what time does the metro open here? 6 a.m. But you're telling me that I need to party from 12 to 6 a.m. No, actually it'll probably be more like 8 a.m. When do you people here sleep? When do you sleep? I mean, tenemos la siesta por una razón, mi niña.
I was going to say this is not always the case, but I do eat dinner at 10. I think it's crazy that people eat dinner in other places at 6. That's insane because, again, merienda is like an afternoon snack. Not everyone has it, which I think is kind of crazy because the reason why we eat dinner so late is because we have that, and some people just eat like lunch at 2, 3, maybe 4, and then until 10 they don't eat again. But like I think it makes more sense than just having 3 meals a day. I think 4 makes more sense. It's true that I don't like that it's really late, like party. I don't usually party a lot, but when people go out and they just go again like at 12 I don't really like it, but it is common and it makes sense just because, again, the earliest you're going to have dinner is 9. Like you're not having dinner before. If you do, I've had dinner at like 8, but we said like we're going to join, like it's like a brunch, but in the afternoon we're going to join the afternoon snack and the dinner, so we have the at 8, but that's not really dinner. I know this is a shock from the outsiders, but for us to see other people having dinner every time we watch a movie or something, they're like dinner and it's 7. I'm like, what are you doing? What do you mean dinner? It's 7 o'clock. Last one.
Things I didn't get about Spain, but now I do. And since fairly recently, I've been loving to take some siesta. It feels so good to sleep a little bit and then carry on with your tasks.
So I don't take naps, and I think like Spain is really famous for the siestas, the naps. I think that's kind of everywhere as well, and again, like not everyone sleep take naps. I'm just thinking siesta all the time. Like I usually never do, and when I do it's because I'm really tired and then I feel terrible. I don't like it. And again, I think this is kind of everywhere, like people just take naps. I don't know.
I'm not a huge fan of meat, but chorizo and jamón, wow, they really taste good. I've been eating them so much.
She's talking about food, but like she's specifically talking about meat, so it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
I even started liking ensalada rusa, but yeah, I'm not so critical of the food anymore.
I'm surprised that one of the things she said was food. Like, remember the first TikTok, that person, I think it was a girl, that girl was obsessed with food. Like, food is so good, and I think it's normal to think that food here is good, because it is, like, realistically it is. So I'm shocked that it was something that she didn't like at first, but now she likes, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a part 2 with this. You can send me TikToks, you can leave the link down below, or you tell me if you've been in Spain, or if you know things about Spain and it shocks you. I can read your comments, and of course please do subscribe, because if you're here at this point you enjoy this content. Fair? So just subscribe, it's free. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!